Hey everyone, and welcome to KristenKellyTV. Today I have a very special episode for you and a special guest. I'm going to cover a lot of crazy topics, so this is going to be a long video. I'm probably going to have to cut it into 2, possibly 3 episodes, but I'm not going to wait, to put them out. I'm going to try to get them out as soon as possible because I want you guys to know my side of the story. We're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about the internet beef. We're going to talk about the Instagram, the Twitter beef. We're going to talk about the very controversial episode of AfterBuzz TV that I hosted. And to make sure that I'm on the up and up, because at first I was thinking, hey, I'm just going to talk to you guys, give you my side of the story. And I was like, no, I need someone who is unbiased. I need somebody who knows the whole story, and I need somebody to kind of have my back and talk to me and tell me if I, mess up, or maybe if I'm not in the right. I need somebody that's going to have my back, good or bad. I have with me Alex from Florida. Yay! So everyone, welcome Alex. So Alex is over here, so when I talk to him, I'm going to be looking this way. So sorry if I keep looking over here. Oh, also, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and to hit that subscribe button. I want to sing, let everybody hear. Also, please leave me any comments if you have any questions that maybe we didn't resolve in this video or the next few videos that come along with this one. So let's start off. Alex, welcome. Thank you.
Anytime, Kristen. I feel like, a lot was said, and I feel like we need to get some things straightened because, I feel like everyone does have an opinion, and that's probably going to be the main topic of, the whole general idea that we're going to try to get through to everyone is that, yes, everyone has, their right to say how they feel on a edited TV show, and if you want, we can jump into, I wanted to ask you, how was it working this time around in AfterBuzz, like being a host? Like, how was that whole experience for you?
It was great. Personally, I love the whole Bad Girl community. I also love AfterBuzz. It's a great vibe. I like it a lot. And for me this year, being the lead host was kind of terrifying because I didn't know for you guys, just giving you a little insight, I didn't have any training. I never went through some big training class or was told even really what to do. So for the last few years when I've been a co-host, I literally came in and Jesse did everything. And then I, would sit there, say a few sentences, and then that was it. When you're the lead host, you are in charge of everything. And even the simplest little thing like that teaser in the very beginning where you're like, hey guys, welcome to AfterBuzz TV. No one told me what to say or even that I was going to do that. The first episode, they were like, okay, Kristen, 1, 2, 3, go. And I was like, what? I had no idea. So I definitely learned a lot. I also definitely became more of a leader because even in our panel, I was definitely the one who always coordinated stuff. I got our panel together. I got all of the girls. I contacted each of the girls multiple times to come on the show and dealt with them. So that was really crazy. And it bothers me because so many people, I get so many tweets about people being like, oh, you did this and you did that, kind of critiquing me. And I'm like, what you don't understand is that we watch the show when you guys are watching it. We're watching it live. So we have about 50 minutes, 45 minutes, if everybody arrives on time. If somebody's 5 minutes late, if somebody's 10 minutes late, if I'm 10 minutes late, if there's traffic, we don't get to start watching the show till you watch it. So that's why maybe sometimes we start later. But then we have to be out of the room because we have to be out of the studio. There's another show coming right after us. So as soon as we're done, we got to get out. So even if we're not done, like a lot of times people are like, oh, you cut off the callers or you cut off this or you didn't do this. We have a time we have to be out. Alex was on the show. Alex knows how it works. There's a huge monitor and they're telling me wrap up. They're telling me, Kristen, cut this caller off. Take this. Do this. So you guys aren't.
There's actually a countdown clock.
Yeah, there's a countdown clock. Like people don't understand.
Yeah.
So if we start late, then we're gonna and I have to take notes and watch the show. And that's like somebody had tweeted me one time. I shouldn't have responded to them, but I was just really irritated. Somebody responded, oh, Kristen, you got this wrong and you got that wrong and you didn't say this and you didn't mention this. And I'm like, I literally have 45 minutes maybe
to
to watch
analyze
the
and
entire
dissect.
show one time. I'm literally writing notes and kind of listening to it. I'm watching it and listening to it, watching and listening to it. That's what I do. So I would love to be able to watch the show one time, just watch it, and then the second time take notes, because I've done that before on my own when I reviewed it for my own channel. But when I'm just doing it there, it's you don't have time. So I'm watching it, I'm taking notes, I'm watching it, taking notes. So yes, every time I do not get everything 100% right. It's very hard. Like what Jessie does and what Jessie did on our show is mind-blowing to me now, because I see how hard it is. But I feel more confident now than I ever had in my abilities. And I know next season, if I decide to do next season, which I'm sure I will, but you never know. But next season, I know that I will be so prepared for Bad Girls Club 17, because this season was my first season being the lead host. So of course I'm gonna make I'm gonna make some mistakes. Like nobody, just comes out of the gate and is
perfect.
Yeah, no one's perfect. So yeah. So to answer your question in a nutshell, it was a good year.
How was it co-hosting with Bad Girls? Like, how was the, experience having, them instead of a castmate, more like,
At first, okay, so being 100% with you guys, as I always am, at first, I kind of didn't know how I felt about it. Because when I first came as a co-host, it was me and Alicia. And I didn't know Alicia from her season, but I really liked Alicia, and we worked really well. So it was Alicia, myself, and Jessie, and then we also had Stephanie and Georgie with us. And then the next season, it was Stephanie and Shar and me and Jessie, and then the following season it was
Carter, and
Jessie, and me. So I enjoyed having another bad girl on it with me. However, Alicia and I are like very different. Like Alicia is all about like health, fitness. She is such a positive role model, and her whole thing is like she lives a very clean lifestyle. She doesn't have sex, she doesn't drink, she works out, she doesn't party. She lives a very clean lifestyle. So for me, I'm still, not that I'm like, oh, I'm a bad girl still, but I feel like I was more of
you're the pretty girl. You have fun.
Like I was the more of the party one. So for me, I enjoyed working with her, but we were so different. I was a little scared because at first I didn't know. Well, first of all, I didn't know that I was going to be the lead host. Second of all, I didn't know Jessie wasn't going to be there. I got an email right when everyone else did, pretty much saying, hey, Jessie was like, I'm not going to be on the panel this year, but I'm going to be a producer. And he sent an email to myself, to a few other girls, like Amber, like a few other bad girls, and I don't think any of them could do it. So then I was the one who reached out to the other girls for our panel, because I knew that they lived in the area. So I reached out to a bunch of different bad girls in there. That's another thing is, some people today, somebody had written on one of my pictures, oh, you should get Sarah, and you should get, what season was Sarah from? Sarah, blonde girl?
Sarah was Miami. And let me say this, she has...
Do you know what number?
Huh?
Like, do you know what number? Like,
yeah, 11. Yeah, 11. Season 11.
But Sarah, somebody had commented, and they were like, you need to get Sarah, and you need to get Kat. And I was like, well, first of all, I've written under one of Sarah's videos before, because she does a review show too. I had written under one of her videos. I was like, hey, if you ever come to LA, let me know, and you can like come on an episode or something. Like Sarah lives in Atlanta or wherever. She lives far away, and Kat lives in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Like, not everybody lives in LA. So I think it's funny that, because I am totally about having more girls. But at first I was a little hesitant because I was a little nervous of how we'd all click, because I've hung out with many girls, many past bad girl alum, and it's kind of tricky sometimes because I've been in groups of girls where they all want to kind of one-up each other, and so I was nervous because this was my first year being the lead host, and then it was also a bad girl panel, so I wanted to make it the best year possible. I got so tremendously lucky because Amber, when she was in it in the beginning, Amber's one of my best friends, and she's awesome. Kayla is amazing. Kayla and I have always been friends, but we haven't really like communicated in the last few years. So for me to have Kayla in my life, like literally when all this drama happened on social media, Kayla called me immediately and she was screaming. She's like, I got your back. And I'm like, and Alex called me too. Kayla is such a good friend of mine. And Camila is amazing, and her daughter Dylan is beautiful, and she's such a strong woman. Like, I love these girls. I love this panel, and I seriously am so ride or die for these girls. And the fact that we had such a good season and we got so many of the cast, like, I couldn't be happier. Yeah, next.
I love.
But yeah, any past bad girl can come on the show anytime. Just email me. Like, literally email me. Anybody can come on. Like, I have no beef with anyone. Like, even if you've come at me in the past, like, I just want to make a good show for the fans,
Yeah, and I feel like all you guys are women enough to, like, it's probably something petty that was said or misinterpreted, that if you talk directly.
Yeah, most of the drama with bad girl people is that fans got in between and fans, like, made up stuff or elaborated stuff, and that's why people don't like each other.
Yeah, here's what she said, because no one takes the time to watch what was said. And, if majority of the issues that we're going to talk about, I feel like if they would watch before just like reading some quick comment on a picture on their phone, because that's a lot easier than sitting there and watching a whole video that's like 30 to 40 minutes. And, I feel like if it's going to be that big of a deal for you to get upset, and this is for everybody, not just generalizing, it's for everybody that, we're going to talk about today. If you would just have watched it, you would have known that there is no shade.
Yeah, so if Alex said to me, or if somebody said, oh, Alex called you a whore, I wouldn't immediately believe that person. I would go talk to that person. Even on my reunion, Leah, I don't know if they showed it in the reunion, but Leah had said, oh, well, Morgan said this, this, and this about you. And I said, okay, well, I didn't hear her say that, so I don't know if she said that. Oh, did they show that?
Yep. She said to you verbatim, Morgan was talking shit about you, and someone else said that, and you were like, well, I didn't hear that. So I can't believe that.
Yeah, like, I didn't hear that with my own ears. So if I didn't hear that, and, like, if you are, like, my best friend, or if you are somebody who I believe over anything, then maybe. But even then, like, even if Alex was like, oh, hey, Amber told me that you were a bitch, I would be like, oh, yeah, I'm a bitch sometimes. Or if he was like, oh, Amber said this about you, something totally crazy, I would say, okay, well, like, let me talk to her. But I would believe Alex, but maybe he got it wrong. Maybe she didn't say exactly that. It's like telephone. It's like a game of telephone. You don't know. But yeah, somebody had written at Cabrina, and they were like, oh, at Cabrina, how do you feel about at KristenKellyTV calling you ghetto? Saying that I said that she was ghetto. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Nothing I said was even remotely close to calling Cabrina ghetto. I called her beautiful. I said she looked stunning. I said her hair was amazing. I said her dress was amazing.
You complimented on the fact that she had, like, cooking skills.
Yes, like, I complimented her.
I
said her dress had ripped or something. I said that she was holding her dress, and that, like, I was like, what happened to her dress? When did I call her ghetto? I said that she was speaking up a lot, kind of trying to, like, she was jumping in places she didn't need to jump in. But did I call her ghetto? Or did I just do my job and observe a show? Like, and then other fans were responding, like, she never said that. I just watched the whole thing. Like people just make up stuff. Okay, so next.
Let's talk about, the whole Tanisha incident. Let's exactly what was said. I feel like first before you get into that, Kristen, you should talk about your history with her.
Sorry, I was just looking up what she said so I could read it to you guys, and then I'm going to show a screenshot on the screen. So, I've known Tanisha for years. Amber was really close with Tanisha, and Amber and I lived together. Tanisha slept over my home. We ate multiple meals together. I drove her places. We had long conversations. She got a dog because of how much she loves my dog. Like, she didn't like dogs before. She fell in love with my dog. I went to her wedding. On my own dime, I paid for my own flight across country to New York in winter. I paid for my own hotel. I paid for, a very nice wedding gift. I paid for, all of my own stuff. My bag actually got lost. Nothing to do with her, and I can do another video. But I had about $10,000 worth of stuff that was stolen from me from the airport. It had nothing to do with her, but I did get back $3,000. But it was like my grandmother's jewels. It was just a lot of stuff. Not jewels. It was my grandmother's, like, pearls that she had, and it was like my Louis Vuitton bag. Like, Tiffany's jewelry. Like, I brought with me really nice stuff because I was going to a wedding. But yeah, that nothing to do with her. That's neither here nor there. But that happened, and that was horrible. I went to her wedding. I went to her divorce party. I really considered Tanisha a friend. I haven't seen her in a few years, but I would never have thought that she would have, first of all, wrote the things that she did about me. Second of all, I wouldn't have believed that. Like, literally, when I saw what people were saying, because people were, tagging me, I couldn't believe it. I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Because what did I say about her that would make her that angry or that would have that response? What do you want to add to it? I mean, I don't know. Like, it's just, to me, my history with her, I cannot believe after years of friendship. Like, true, I'm not as close with her as Amber is, but I know her. It's not like we're not friends. So it's just very strange that she would say that stuff.
Try to come at you like that. Like, I don't know. Like, cause I don't know. That's why I want you to say your history with her, so that way people just don't think that,
like, it's not, I'm not
this is just
person.
Another beef between two bad girls that don't know each other.
It's not like I've never met Tanisha and we weren't friends. Like, we were friends. Like, we hung out. We did many things together. We have many memories. I was at her wedding. I was at her divorce. It's every time she would come to town, we would hang out. It wasn't like I, in passing, met her one time. And okay, like, Tanisha's middle name is Sam, and I go by, like, Samantha, and I go by Chris for Kristen, so, like, I would always call her Sam, and she would always call me Chris. Like, we were such good friends that I would call her by her middle name, which is something only her very close friends and family do. Like, Amber doesn't even call her that. Like, that was something special that we had because they're both, like, guy names. And so, to me, I was, like, feel like crying saying that. Like, to me, it's like, if I'm so close with you that we have, like, a special bond with, like, we have special names we call each other, to go off the hinges about something so stupid that I don't even think I don't think she watched the show, because her comments were so, well, let's read her comments. So she said, "It's nothing more annoying than an old washed up chick hating because her time is up." So pretty much saying that I'm old and washed up, even though Tanisha is older than I am, that I'm old and washed up and my time is up. And then she said in the description, "Been up, I will never understand. They are literally walking around undercooked and dismantled, but still find the nerve. Girl, if you don't grab some Metamucil and have several seats. To be honest, bye Felicia, girl, stop it." Then, so I, honestly, people tagged me in that, and I read that, and I was like, well, that possibly can't be about me, because what does that even have to do with? You know what I mean? Like, what does that even have to do with? Like, so to me, at first, I was like, oh, that's not me. Then, somebody wrote, this Cody person wrote, "She should go back to sucking producer's dick. Maybe then she will land another gig." And then she tagged that person and said, "Cody, I'm like MF nerve." First of all, I never sucked anyone's dick. It's just so funny to me. It's just, I mean, okay, honestly, like, I'm fine with Leah right now, but I kind of would like it if Leah would come clean and say that she never saw me or heard me say I sucked someone's fucking dick. Because, like, sorry to curse, but it just really bothers me that something that happened literally 7 years ago that never happened, like a rumor that happened 7 years ago. 7 years. 7 years. If I had a child 7 years ago, that child right now would be walking and talking and doing stuff on their own. 7 years. That is a tremendous amount of time for a fucking rumor that was never true. First of all, if it was true, if I did suck someone's dick or had sex with someone, that's no one's business. But it's not true. The two producers on the show were both married men. I am a very, very fucking, like, moral person. I don't sleep with married men. I wouldn't give my phone number to someone that has a girlfriend. That is just not the type of person that I am. So to say that, and it's just like, they liked me because I was a good person. So to say, oh, Kristen sucked a producer's dick because she was edited well and because she's a liked person, I'm just a good person. People like me. Like, I don't have to defend myself, but I fucking hate the fact that I have to defend myself. Like, even on this. Like, this was on Bad Girl Club T. Like, even on this, you know? Okay, sorry about that. And then that person said, and then Tanisha said, oops, nah, but she forgot how I used to defend her scared ass walking around shook as fuck, shaking like a leaf. She tired. When did that happen? I don't even know what that's about, what that even entails.
I mean, I may be wrong, but I think that Cody kid's the one that went with her to the reunion. He's like a loyal fan to her. So like it just sucks because like you're gonna believe because I bet you anything she heard it from him because we're gonna play the telephone game.
I don't know about her, but I don't know about that, but I do know that she like befriends fans. Like Amber multiple times would say to me, "Oh yeah, like Tanisha comes here and then she'll have a fan come pick her up and drive her around." She's like, "Isn't that scary?" So I mean, I don't know. So I do know she did befriends fans, but I don't know about that. But sorry, continue. I'm all heated now.
No, you're fine. I feel like you touched up on. Oh no! Explain exactly what you meant by the comment that got everybody riled up. Like, explain what because people are saying that you said that she was scared or like what did you mean by it?
So myself watching this, and this is another thing is, even though I like Tanisha and I have nothing, or I had nothing against her, I don't watch the show as, oh, that is my friend. I watch the show as a viewer, as someone who is doing their job, just observing. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they edited it. I have no idea. So for me watching, it looked like she was intimidated. She was sitting there. Ryan was kind of over her, looking at her, and she even said, I feel threatened. I feel threatened. I feel threatened. So then the security came over, and to me it didn't really look like Ryan was going to do anything, but then they came over to Ryan, and they pulled Ryan off, and Ryan was even like, are you serious right now? And then Tanisha jumps up and runs back and is like, get off my stage and blah, blah, blah. I mean, that happened. I'm not lying. I'm not making anything up. I'm just telling you, as somebody who watched the show, you can see that she's sitting there, she's kind of looking up at her, and then they come and they take Ryan away, and then Tanisha gets up immediately and starts like, get off my stage, blah, 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 making a big show. That is what happened. That is proof. I mean, there is literal video proof of exactly what happened. And I'll try to edit it in so you guys can see that actual, like, clip. But I wasn't making up anything. I said that she looked intimidated, or she looked nervous or scared. I'm not really sure even what word I used on AfterBuzz, but she looked intimidated. And then she came up, said all that. And I don't think that she would have done anything to Ryan, because I don't think that she could have done anything to Ryan. I think that if Tanisha, let's say Tanisha punched Ryan in the face or beat up Ryan, Tanisha would have lost her job because she's hosting a show. She has to have a certain level of professionalism. So I even said on the review show, and I'll put in like what I said, hopefully I'll try to clip in what I said. If I don't, I'm sorry, that she couldn't have done anything because she's a professional, she's working. I also said that Tanisha looked beautiful. I also said that her body looked great. I said that her hair and her outfit and everything looked good. I said many complimentary things about her. Oh, and then also I said that she needed to rein the girls in more because the girls were yelling over each other and it was hard to hear them. This is a reunion where everyone is supposed to speak. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like Tanisha did a very good job of like taking hold of the reunion, being like, okay, these two are going to talk, these two are going to talk. Like everybody was screaming too much. I don't feel like anything really got accomplished. Like I wish there was more.
There's a lot of talking.
Yeah, I wish it was there. I think this could have been a 3-part reunion if there was more like heart to heart, like speaking about what's happening. But of course, this is the Bad Girls Club, and everybody wants drama, and everybody wants all this craziness.
I mean, because they started with drama, and then at the end they say, okay, let's see the happy moments.
Yeah.
And that's like the last 4 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, two things. Like one, like the girls talking over each other. That's like a criticism. That's a constructive criticism. Me being a host, somebody leaves me a comment saying, "Oh, Kristen, you're talking over people." I make a conscious effort not to do that. All it was criticism, but not a big deal. And then the second thing was I was just stating what happened. I was viewing a situation and then stating my opinion, which is, it's a review show. It's mostly opinions.
And I feel like when you say intimidated, I feel like, anyone that's sitting down and
Anyone would be
someone
intimidated.
has
Anyone.
gotten
Yeah, like, I
up
wasn't saying
and
that
is
Tanisha was a
being
weak
fake.
person. I wasn't saying, oh, Tanisha's weak. I wasn't
Or she was
saying.
scared of Ryan.
Yeah, like,
that's
like,
not what you were trying to say.
If
Like,
you're,
that's not.
yeah, and it's like Ryan clearly was acting crazy. We talked about how we thought she was on cocaine. You know, like it's like she was clearly acting irrational. So if someone's acting irrational, you know, of course they could do something crazy. I wasn't saying, oh, Tanisha's a weak person. I wasn't saying, oh, Tanisha's a bad person or Tanisha's bad or did a bad job. All I was saying was she looked intimidated, as would anybody, as would I, as would any host that they're doing a profession and then someone does that.
Oh, somebody said, Kristen, you sound dumb as fuck. Oh. Well, hey, fuck you. Hey. Dab.
Dab on Kristen. Where she get the stiff dab? She said.
So Tanisha said that she feels threatened by Ryan. So Ryan has to get off stage, which I thought was so weird is that they really were like, you need to leave. She goes backstage and then they were like, you need to leave. like Steve was like, you have to pack your stuff. You're done. You're done with the reunion.
You know when Steve comes out, he's serious. He's like, pack your stuff. Let's go.
I mean, but I think they were being extra.
I think they're being so extra. And then it was weird because, okay, so they both missed this part, but security, okay, so Ryan comes up to Tanisha, and Ryan is like, well, I'm standing up, and then Tanisha starts like, you know, kind of, but very like meekish, like, you know, be like, oh, you know, you're standing up, you're being very aggressive. Mm-hmm. And security comes and takes Ryan. The second that security took Ryan, Tanisha's screaming on her feet,
does
like,
everything.
This is the show, blah, 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 you know, like just so over.
So would you say you feel like she was a little intimidated?
I think that Tanisha was a little intimidated, but at the same time, you know that she can't lose her cool because she could lose her job.
Because she has a bigger
Tanisha probably wants to snap
cut.
On bitches all day long, but
course,
she can't.
But
Because
not in that position. Yeah.
Okay, so we are so determined to make this such a good review show for you guys. This show right now that me and Alex are putting on, that Alex just did some investigation work, and Tanisha says, I feel threatened. Alex, what did Tanisha say?
I feel threatened.
Tanisha said, I feel threatened.
I feel threatened. I feel threatened. I feel threatened.
So, when I said that Tanisha felt threatened, was that a lie?
Nope.
Was that made up?
Nope.
Was that over-exaggerated, that I said she felt threatened? No! She said, I feel threatened. So, I am so confused of why Tanisha herself, who said, I feel threatened, felt that I was saying something that didn't happen. She said, I feel threatened. They got Ryan off the stage, and then Tanisha stood up, did a bunch of stuff, said a bunch of things. Good camera time, you know. It was great for the teasers, right? Didn't we all see the teasers? Everybody saw the teasers.
Yep.
Everyone said, oh, Ryan and Tanisha are going to have a fight. That's a big thing. That's a teaser. Everyone saw the teasers. So she did a good job, right? She did a good job in making TV happen. But she did say she was intimidated. She did get up when Ryan was already gone. So, I don't know. What do you think?
And you know, I just want everyone's just like that. That's why, like, I wanted to put up the video, because I want to make sure that, you know, you can not take our word for it. That's why the proof is in the pudding, you know? And as Kristen and I literally just said a couple minutes ago, anyone that's sitting down and someone is towering over you would feel threatened. Verbatim, what she said. Because I would feel threatened. Why are you standing up? I'm sitting down. We're trying to have a communication and we're both on the same level. Why are you trying to one level me up? And, you know, for what? Are you trying to do something? Of course. You never know working with bad girls. You know, you said it. She's even said it on multiple reunions, you know. So
Like,
you never know what's going to happen.
You don't know. I mean,
don't blame her.
And it's like, yeah, production could jump. I mean, not production. Security can jump on you, but you're already like in the midst of being attacked. So I don't think that Tanisha is a weak person. I don't think that Tanisha couldn't. And that's another thing is, I don't know if this is true because I don't know. But did you hear about the periscope thing that she went on Periscope?
No, I even tried to find some
so
dirt,
we
and I
don't have
couldn't.
any proof, so we don't know this. But I did have over 10 people tweet me saying Tanisha said that she was going to beat up your iconic ass. Like she said, I'm going to beat her iconic ass. That's what people said. I don't know if that's true. I don't have any evidence of that. It's Periscope. People said that. I couldn't find it, so I don't know. But if Tanisha wanted to beat me up, she very easily could beat me up. I'm 5'4" and like 120 pounds. Like, Tanisha could beat me up. She could beat me up.
But you know, like,
I'm not like a fucking MMA fighter. Like, she could, is that even what it is, MMA? Like, Tanisha, of course, could beat me up. That's not even a discussion. Not in a million years would want to fight Tanisha, or would want Tanisha to want to fight me, or would want her to want to come at me. That's not something that's not what this is about. Like, that's what just makes me so crazy. It's like, why does Tanisha want to fight me, or why does she want to beat me up? Because I literally just said what happened on the show. She said, I feel threatened. She looked intimidated. They took Ryan away, and then she said a lot of stuff, and then Ryan was gone.
And I remember you also told me on the phone when we discussed this, when this all happened, because everybody, Kristen, was distraught because it's ridiculous that
everybody was
one
shook.
comment that's
I
factual.
shook the internet. Like, I shook Bad Girl Nation. Like, I shook everyone by stating what happened. Like, I was stating facts. What? Just so crazy. Yeah, and then I don't know if this is true. I don't know. But I know that I had a lot of people tweet me, and I've had people leave comments on AfterBuzz and on my channel and on my social medias saying, like, oh, Kristen, you would be such a better host than Tanisha. You would be so good as the host. Oh, I wish you were the host. All this stuff about me becoming the host. I have never contacted Oxygen. I have never gone looking for Tanisha's job. That's Tanisha's job, okay? That is her thing. I, of course, would love to do something like that in the future. I would love to be, the Erica. I would love to have done what she did. But Oxygen's not calling me. I'm not doing what Tanisha's doing. I'm not trying to go for Tanisha's job. So I don't know if maybe she felt threatened because she saw people leave those comments and thought that I was, like, coming for her position. I'm not. So, Tanisha, if you're watching this, or all of her fans that are going to, tweet her and message her and stuff, I'm not coming for Tanisha's job. I was just doing my job. I personally...
Or for her character.
Or her character.
Or
I wasn't
her
coming for her character. I wasn't saying anything bad about Tanisha. It's like, there's so many positive things that I said about her. I love just reviewing what everyone's wearing. So, I loved Tanisha's hair.
Yeah,
I
love the hair.
Her hair
all
always
the colors, bomb. That looks so good.
I love that there was, like, a bright green. I loved her makeup. I loved her outfit. And she looks amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, she looks really good. I haven't seen her in a long time.
She slayed and slayed.
Yeah, she did.
She
I haven't
slayed
seen her in
everyone.
such... Okay, my
She's
side.
so beautiful, Tanisha.
Tanisha is
Pink and red.
Tanisha is gorgeous. On top of her being gorgeous, she, like, I don't know. She just really has grown, and being someone that knows her, like, watching that, I was like, oh my God, like, she's just grown so much.
Yeah.
And everything was just so amazing. Like, I loved everything about her. So, her body, I'm sorry to talk about her body, but oh my God, her body looks so amazing. I haven't seen her since her weight loss.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I can't wait to see her next time, because, like,
I know, right?
yeah.
It's been a minute.
dude, she looks really
She's killing it.
She looks really good. And that's why I really have to say that my fans and people that are, even if you're not my fan, even if you're just a level-headed person, I saw comments. I saw so many comments. And I even saw, I took some receipts, so I will definitely post a few of the comments that I saw. Of course, I couldn't, screenshot everything. But there was a lot of people that were saying, like, wow, this is disgusting. Like, I can't believe what these people are saying, or what, and other people were saying, I feel like most of the people leaving these comments didn't watch the show. And that's what I agree with. I feel like if you watched the show, and then you saw what Tanisha said, you would be just as confused as I was. And am. Truly am. But honestly, I normally never have a grudge. Like, if somebody says something or does something to me, and if I talk to them and they apologize, I normally am fine with them. Not in this situation. I will never be Tanisha's friend again. I will never be in her good graces. She has so many followers, and for her to publicly shame me and publicly harass me and publicly bully me and publicly make it so that other people were harassing and bullying me for something that I didn't even do. I didn't say anything negative. I didn't say anything that was untrue. I didn't slander her. I just think that she's a loose cannon, and I will never be her friend again. So, your next marriage and divorce, please do not invite me. Next.
I can feel it in the air, this energy inside my lungs. I wanna sing, let everybody hear. I wanna dance with everyone who's near. We don't care, let us stay here with a heaven in the wind, drink coffee shots, baby.